Hi, my name is Kerrington and I'm going to be doing a book outlet book haul. I actually won a $25 gift certificate from Reading Rush whenever they're doing their sprints. They were sometimes giving away prizes and I won one, and this is like what I did to win it. So thank you to Reading Rush for doing the sprints and giving us the option to win cool prizes like that. I'm so thankful. I know it was random, but still I'm thankful that I won. I spent more than $25. The total was like $57 and I only had to pay like about $32. I have 11 books here. All of them except for one I've already read, which is how I purchase books. I tend to only buy copies of books that I've read and liked. The rest I get from the library. It's my way of saving money because I am broke. The first book that I'm going to talk about is Fame, Fate, and First Kiss by Casey West. This I actually read after I ordered it, so technically I have two books that I hadn't read when I purchased it. But I was reading this when I was purchasing it and I knew I was going to want it. There's only been one Casey West book that I haven't really loved, but this is like a companion to her Love, Life, and the List book. There's 3 of them in the series. This one follows Lacey, who is an up-and-coming actress, and it's her first major lead role. She's trying to navigate that. She's trying to navigate family issues with her dad not really supporting her, and falling in love with their tutor, and someone sabotaging her on set. It is a mess, but it was very interesting, just cute, fluffy, light romance. I think I gave this a 4-star. Then I have Legendary by Stephanie Garber. This is the sequel to Caraval, and it's actually a signed copy, so that's really awesome. I didn't love the second book as much as I loved the first, but I love the first enough to want to continue the series. Caraval is essentially about this magic carnival, and its big theme is it's all a game, it's not real, and it's about this girl who ends up having to play the game to try and save her sister. There's lots more to it, but that's the general gist. I would have been perfectly content had Caraval been a standalone. Then I have Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. This is a YA contemporary and it has really good anxiety rep. It's about this girl who has a popular webcomic, but it's anonymous and everyone in her school knows about it. It's really popular, but no one knows who the real author is. This new boy comes to her school and he is a huge fan. He's a fan fiction writer and he just thinks she's another fan, and they have a very beautiful budding relationship until everything is thrown in the garbage. This was one of my favorite books of last year. Again, I gave it 5 stars. The anxiety rep is spot on and it's just really good. Then I have Sadie by Courtney Summers. I listened to this on audiobook, I believe, earlier in the year. It's a YA thriller and I think I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars. The best way to read this is definitely through the audiobook because of the way that the story is written. It's written in dual timelines, so part of it is following Sadie on her journey to get vengeance for the murder of her sister, and then the other half is told while this podcast reporter is following where she went and interviewing people, so it's told in interviews and the story as it's happening. And it's a full cast audiobook narration and it's so immersive. It really pulls you into the story with the way that they do the full cast. Just a really good, interesting plot. I ended up giving 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely recommend listening to the audiobook for this one. I have King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. This is the one that I haven't read yet and I can't even tell you why, because I've had the option to read it and I just haven't yet, but I saw it and I had to get it, and so hopefully I'll pick it up soon. This is the 3rd spin-off series in the Grishaverse. I love Nikolai, so I'm excited to read about him. Then I have The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This is a YA fantasy. I'm sure you've heard of it. It basically follows this mortal girl, Jude, who grows up in the fairy world and she really wants to make rank and be one of them, and it's just how she does that and how she utilizes the very cruel Carden in her journey to being one of them. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. The sequel is even better. It got 5 out of 5 stars. I'm so excited to finally have this on my shelves. Then I have Broken Beautiful Hearts by Cami Garcia. This is a YA contemporary, so trigger warning for domestic violence. It follows this girl Peyton, who's a soccer star. She ends up finding her MMA boyfriend's secret and they get into an altercation and he pushes her down the stairs, injuring her knee. No one believes that he pushed her, and so she ends up going to stay with her uncle in a small town in Tennessee where she can work with a top physical therapist so she can be able to play soccer for college. There she meets Owen, who is an MMA fighter and a cute boy. Can we guess what happens? I didn't think I'd enjoy the sports aspect of it, but it was actually really fun. I really like the conversation it brings up with victim shaming, victim blaming. Next we have The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. This is a YA contemporary that follows a girl who gets revenge from her sister's murder. It's a very interesting point of view. It basically follows Alex after she gets away with killing this man and how she's working at an animal shelter and she's becoming friends with people and she's just doesn't want to do that because she knows she's dangerous, and it's just a very interesting perspective. Definitely trigger warning for rape. There's really good discussion about rape culture in here. So there is a trigger warning for that, but if you're okay with reading that, I definitely recommend it. Next I have Dumplin' by Julie Murphy. I'm sure you've heard of this or seen the movie. It's very cute. It is about a fat girl who her mom like runs a beauty pageant, and she ends up joining it to like challenge the standards of beauty. Always really nice to read a book where you feel represented. I myself am fat, and so just getting to like read a book and like truly recognize some of the thoughts she has while like being in a relationship or just dealing with her weight in general and the way others treat you because of it was really amazing. I definitely recommend the movie. It's also really good. Next I have An Unwanted Guest by Sharia Lapina. This is an adult thriller. It's a classic case of whodunit. It's a bunch of people at an off-the-grid type hotel, and there's a snowstorm, and so they're all locked there with no way to get out, no one to come get them, and someone ends up murdered, and then another person is murdered, and there's just lots of murder. I couldn't guess the ending, but I like to try to figure it out. Like, my favorite thing is to try to figure it out. It's a race. Can I figure it out before I get to the end? And I could not figure it out, so that's why I really liked it. I think I ended up giving it like 4 or 5 stars. All of these are 4 or 5 star books. And last I have City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. I'm just trying to slowly buy the series. I listened to them all on audiobook at the end of last year, was gifted some of them, and so like I kind of just want to go ahead and buy the rest of the series. So that's what I'm doing. That was my very small book haul. I don't buy books that often. Thank you again to everyone at The Reading Rush who made it possible for me to win the gift card. I appreciate it so much, and I can't wait till next year.